Hello there guys, welcome to Skater XL. Well, I don't know whether it's fucked up a little bit, my skateboard is invisible, but anyway I've just started at the game and it's telling me the way this game works, which is different to anything we've seen before, apart from of course Session. So your left stick is your front foot or your left foot, and your right stick is your back foot. So yeah, exactly the same as Session, but very different from Skate 1, 2 and 3, and certainly very different from Tony Hawk's. So let's give it a try. Right, back foot, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Front foot, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right, job done. Next, we now have a skateboard. So we're going to pop our very first ollie. What momentous occasion. I can remember my very first ollie in real life. That's Holly. I named it Holly. Oh man. Right, so let's pop an ollie then. Come on. So we want to go back on the back foot and pop. Oh, lovely jubbly. Ollie, ollie, ollie. Oi, oi, oi. Ollie. Come on then. Sounds like people putting money in jars. Right, we've got to do a nollie. So let's do an ollie, which is going to be this. There we go. Nollie, nollie, and nollie. I've got a Santa Cruz deck. May I look? Pop it up again. I think it was. Right, we want to shove it. So I assume that's going to be one of them. Oh dear. That. Oh dear. There we go. That's a shove it. There we go. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be, even though I accidentally did something different the first couple of times. Right, kickflip, nail flip. So kickflip's going to be this, and a heel flip's going to be this. Job done. Achievement unlocked. Do a kickflip. I can remember my first kickflip as well. Oh yes. Right, body spins. Right, okay then. Right, move your back foot backwards and do an ollie. Then rotate your body. I assume you rotate my body is the thumbsticks. Is it? Let me try. I don't know what this one is. So, yes, it is. Why? Hang on. I want to turn around the other way. This is my blue foot, which is... Right, there we go, right. So my pink foot's the right stick, my blue foot, I'm facing the wrong bloody way. Damn, I've gone switch. I didn't want to go switch. Right, I'm going to have to use this foot. Hang on, which foot? This foot. There we go. Oh, he adjusted himself. So he did the ollie and the varial thing, but he didn't like start going fakey. He actually adjusted himself back to the back of the board, so we was going switch. That's a bit of a bummer. I don't want to turn switch. There we go. Right, push and steer. So push is A or X. So I assume we can push normal or Mongo by doing either one of those, and blah blah blah. That foot, yeah, you can. Oh, it makes me feel all funny inside. Oh, I've just realised we're in the Matrix. Holy fuck, guys, we're in the Matrix. Get up, dude. You can't hurt yourself here. Go for a quadruple kickflip. Wow. No, that was just one. Do two at least. Ah. Anyway. So yeah, exactly the same as Session. On Session, you could do a. Ah, yes. Anyway, let's slow down. There we go. Right, use spawn points. So up and down on the doodah for thingies. So if you want to do a doodah, press the thingy. If you want to go skate away a little bit, let's jump back again. There we go. So we've got doodahs on the thingy. Alright, change view angle. It's exactly the same as Session. Got it. So we can change to either side of us. We're at the high school. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Can I change my trainers so they're not pink and blue, please? Oh, hang on, hang on. What do you think you're doing? We're not having music. Bugger off. Alright, we're not having music, so it's going on YouTube. Stance, regular or goofy. I am regular, so I'll skate regular. Display controls, on or off. We'll turn them off, we don't want them. Trick feedback, we'll leave that on. Display music titles, we'll leave that on, and then we'll see what songs are playing that we can't hear. Sound effects is good. Main settings, language, I'll keep mine in English, thank you very much indeed. And that's it, main settings or language. Tutorial, change user, character. Right, let's have a look at character creation then, before we do some tricks. Yeah, we have got Santa Cruz deck. So we've got standard male or a very weird female. We've got Evan Smith, I don't know who that is. Evan. We've got Tom Astor. I've heard that name before, but I don't know who he is. These people are all too new for me. Brandon Westgate, I don't know who you are. Or Tiago Lemons, I don't know who he is either. And it's certainly not called Mr. Lemons, that's for sure. Well, this is slightly disappointing, isn't it? This looks like a preview. These are fucking terrible character models. I think I'll go for Tom Astor. If I choose your standard dude, can I change him a bit? Yeah, I can. Right, so skin tone, we can change our skin tone. My skin tone is light, so I'm going to have light. Let's see if I can recreate me. What's next? Oh, I can rotate him. I want light. Can I go to the next thing? Oh, you have to use the shoulder buttons. It didn't tell me that. Right, so we've got various hairdos. They're not very good, are they? They're really not very good. So I'll try and recreate myself from the 1980s when I had hair. Oh, that's my hair from the 1980s, absolutely. But it was brown. But it was exactly like that. Well, it wasn't curly on the top. It wasn't curly anywhere, but it was very much like, there we go, there it is. There we go, that's my hair from the 80s. That looks like me, actually. That looks like me in the 80s. Well, maybe the 90s. In the 80s, I was quite young. I was only 16 when we started the 90s. So that was my hair. That's what my hair looked like. I don't want a hat. I've just selected hair. Let's get rid of the fucking hats. There's a lot of them, though. I had a Public Enemy baseball cap in the 1980s. And that... I want no hat. How the fuck do I have no hat? If you'd be so kind. Is that not an option? Well, that's a bag of wank, isn't it? I want no hat. I assumed it would either be the top one or the bottom one, but... That's shit. What was the point of making hair if I can't show it off? Oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Isn't that frustrating? Yeah, it is. Anyway, what's next? Ooh. Another 411. Escape Mafia. Santa Fuse screaming hand hoodie. Yeah, I like a bit of that. I don't think I'd have it in black though. I almost had this as a tattoo on my calf. Very nearly had that as a tattoo. And then my life changed quite considerably and I came to Colombia. And I thought, well, I'll wait until I get back. And I never did it. But I do have others. I have tattoos on both arms and my wrist. This is the end. My only friend, the end. What was that? Flame Boy, was it? Or what was it? It's a Spitfire thing. Some of these brands existed when I used to skate way back in the day. I like that. Oh. Yeah, I didn't like the Santa Cruz top. Everything looks a bit weird, don't it? It's like I've got a load of padding underneath there. Not a great deal of options. Oh, hang on, there were more up here, which were hoodies with hoods. Interesting. Oh, the Blind Reaper as well. That was good. I wonder if they've got the Vans hoodie that I own. I've got a red Vans hoodie. Carol hates it. She really does. I love it. It's a red hoodie with Vans written on the front in big blue writing, and I love it. But she hates it. Oh, bones. But you're glad you watched this video, ain't you? Instead of someone else's. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I might go for that. The tie-dye Santa Cruz. Oh no, it's got to be that in it. Oh no, it's going to be this. It's going to be this black shirt. Bit smart. Oh, that's nice. Might go for the red shirt. Hola. What's up?
What happened?
I am recording.
Oh,
so what's up? You can tell me. Just be aware that what you say is going on YouTube.
I was start the meeting with Max and Ted, and I start my speech, and when Filippo start crying and crying because he likes open the doors, and I say, okay, sorry.
Is that man shouting outside?
Yeah, I need to fix something on moving to this. And he do a big disorganized upstairs for this.
Why? What did you give him?
Huh?
What has he disorganised? What's he done?
The paper toilet, the papers.
So you gave Filippo a roll of toilet paper, say behave. No wonder he's so naughty.
Vamos, Filippo.
Is the man still shouting outside?
Sorry?
Is that man still shouting outside?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, bye. Ciao. Ciao, poo poo. Anyway, I should pick some clothes, shouldn't I? I've been doing this for way too long now. That's our Indies shirt. I'm going to go for the black shirt. I don't want the bloody baseball cap though. Right, let's just pick some fucking jeans and get in there and do some skateboarding. I'll have them. I'll have the blue ones. Oh, shoes are important. We're gonna have to, come on, please have Vans. Why have you got Vans? That's it. You've only got one pair of Vans. Are you kidding me? Oh, I don't even like these ones. I wanted the pink and black checked slip-ons. Oh, I like these New Balance though. I like New Balance. I didn't wear New Balance in the 1980s. It's not fair. I like those white ones. They're nice. They're very nice. So you could just put a Vans logo on them. Anyway, I'll have a New Balance. We'll go with these. Next, deck. Yes! How can you not have that? That's the best deck that's ever been made. Oh, I do love this deck. But let's see if they've got some old stuff in there as well. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, please have some Alien Workshops. Get to the top. Oh no, there isn't. So there's almost. We've got blanks, blinds, element. What if they got chocolate? Oh no, they haven't. We've gone past it already, haven't we? Oh, that's a shame. I don't know who Grimple are. I never heard of them. That must be after my time. But anyway, it's got a bit of Screaming Ann Santa Cruz deck in it, really. Let's be honest. Oh, I quite like a lot of these Santa Cruz decks. And they're from when I was a skater as well, so that's nice. So the Mafia ones are nice as well. But it's just got to be that. Yeah, absolutely. I like that as well, actually. But it's got to be this. Grip tape. I had some camo grip tape actually back in the day. I had exactly that grip tape. And I had some of that the clear stuff as well, not with a bear on it, but I had the clear grip tape so you could just see the wood. I quite liked it. I also had some purple camo grip tape, but mostly I just had black. Apart from that Chris Buchan deck, the Farmyard one, I'm not having that nonsense. I'll have that with the Indie logo. Trucks. What trucks? Oh, they've got Venture. I had some, what were they called? You could they got a grind thing that you could take off. Triforge, I think they were called. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, you could take off this grinding plate and then put it back on. It used to save you snapping your kingpins. I've got to have Indies, haven't I? So let's go for these Indies with the logo on. I'll go for the red Indies. We'll go for them. Wheels. Oh, beautiful. I had these wheels. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it'd be good if we could have some slammers, but we've got to go back in time quite a long way to get that. They've got bones. I've got to go for the Spitfires though, haven't I? Classic Spitfires. I had these. That's it, we're done. I don't want the bloody cap though. So yeah, can I just not have the cap and just, if I select hair after cap, will hair go? Will it just do hair instead of cap? Anyway, where is it? It was this one, wasn't it? This was my hair. It was pretty much that one. That really does look quite a bit like my face, I've got to say. That's good then. So you can have hair. But there wasn't another face option, but that is quite similar to my face before I had a beard. Job done. Right, we're having him. That's our skater. Right, let's do some skateboarding, shall we? Let's go. I'll try and grind something. Whoa, how do I get off my board? Oh, you can't, can you? Oh yeah, of course, you can't get off your board in this one. You can just put markers down. So we've got zoom in and zoom out. How far out can we zoom? Oh, that is nice. Actually, that works really well. That works better than session. On session, you get off your board and you run around. But on this, you do exactly what we're doing now. This is a very basic looking football field, isn't it? That's terrible over there, the graphics of the stands. And the graphics do look a little bit like last gen. So look where I want to get on a rail and see what sort of tricks we can do. Put down this set. There's a rail there. We could come down. There's a kinked rail there, so we could come down. The zoom in and out is backwards to what you would expect. So if we come from here and go on that kink, we'll put down a marker there, and we'll get the camera on this side, and we'll see if we can do something on that ledge. Whoa, I missed it. Let's have another crack. I said it was a kinked rail, but it's not. It's actually got a step in it, look. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Anyway. Oh, man. That's satisfying. Camera's a bit low down. This is the camera angle that you get on session as well, but I actually I adjusted it, so I was a little bit higher up. There's a massive rail here, look. Let's have a crack at this. So yeah, we're going to shift the camera to this side, and we're going to be doing something on this rail. Let's flip onto it. Oh, I missed it. We'll try and do, let's have a look. We'll do a backside nose slide down it. Oh, didn't get, oh, I did an armpit slide. Bugger. Right, hang on, I just, it's because I'm trying to use the sticks to turn when it's not the sticks, is it? It's the triggers. I'm doing it again. God, it's hard to get out the habit of trying to turn with the triggers, the sticks. Oh, I can't get on there. There's no way you would have done that. It's a bit high, isn't it? Let's try and do a tail slide on it. Ah, bollocks. Ollie too early. We'll turn slightly and go for a tail slide. Which I think would be... Oh! Well, that rail's a little bit too high. It's too difficult to get an easier rail. This one's a little bit more friendly. So we're going to have... I'll come down here and do that rail on there. Oh, back from here then. Oh, I'm ollieing way too late. I'll go for the middle one. Well, I would have been happy with that, but I really wanted the grind. It's not as easy as you think. It's hard to get used to this this rotating left and right thing. I mean, let's just look for a nice little curb rather than trying to do these big rails. That zoom in and out is definitely backwards. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, to be honest. It's the graphics don't look like, it looks a bit last gen, not like the very end of this gen, doesn't it? But it's a skateboarding game, and we've waited such a long time. Can we go to somewhere else? Is this the only place? How many places are there? Ah, there's a ledge, look. Right, let's get, that's the zoomy thing. Right, we're gonna pop a couple of tricks on this here. We'll try and do some little grinds on here then. Oh, bollocks. It's actually more difficult than session. Get back on. It is a lot more difficult than session. Let's try and do a blunt. We've got a 5-0. Right. Back on. We're going to do a Smith. I'll go over here a little bit. Oh, hello. What'd you do that for? I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be skating backwards. I don't want to push Mongo. What's going on? Sort yourself out. That's better. Oh man, that looks good. I wonder if there's grabs. Do you think there might be a grab? It didn't tell me about grabs, did it? So I'm guessing there's not. Oh, well, that's quite interesting. When you fall off, it automatically respawns. No, I'm just going to press A. So it respawns where I was. Now, session doesn't do that. Wherever you fall off, you just get up, which is much better because you put down a point, then you go off skating, you fall off, and you're like, ah, and you get back on and carry on with your line. Whereas on this game, you fall off skating and you press the button to get back on. You're like, whoa, 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 hang on a minute, I've just teleported 10 minutes back. That's not good. We have a button to teleport back to this point. So just getting back on your skateboard shouldn't do that. That's not right. Do you agree? Of course you do. Right, we can do 5 O's anyway. So we've learned 5 O's. Let's try 50-50. Ooh, lovely. Right, there we go. Hang on, we've got something here. Land a flip to grind. So I'm going to try and do a nose slide. Just try not to flip into it. I think maybe if I come... I think it'd be easier to do backside from here. Backside nose slide. Right, let's put mark down. Let's move the camera to this side. Get our ollie ready nice and early. Try not to do a ridiculous flip into it. Just do a normal trick. Just a normal ollie's good. Oh, I nearly got it. Right, so we're going for a backside no slide. Can we do it? Ollie way too late. Bit floaty as well, the ollie there. And also, I wouldn't approach from that angle if I was doing a no slide. I'd approach from here. Oh, damn. We've got a broad slide. That's not what we wanted. I mean, I'd be coming from here. This curb's annoyingly in the way. So I've got to say, I'm not as impressed as I was hoping I would be. We'll try a no slide on this ridiculously tiny bench that nobody in the world could sit on. Why is this bench so small? That's really weird. Very easy to skateboard on though. Cannot get that no slide. Try one on this ledge here. I'm nowhere near it. Oh, my leg's got stuck in something. Yeah, there's a couple of things that aren't quite right, aren't there? I mean, you can forgive. Oh, you can do tic-tac. Come on, change your position and do tic-tac. Right. You can forgive session because it's a preview, whereas this is not a preview. This is a proper bona fide full price game, and it's not quite right. There's a few things that aren't quite done on it yet, I don't think. But it still feels good. But yeah, it doesn't feel polished. And obviously, I mean, it would have music playing if I hadn't muted the music. Oh, what can we do here? I don't think he would have been able to do that in real life. Or it definitely would have fallen off. Can we do manuals? Yeah, we can. Obviously, we can do nose manual as well. Yeah, we can. We'll flip out of that. Oh, hello! That was nice. Just run across this grass really quickly. There we go. Oh, it doesn't jump back on. Like, you can't sort of like go and run. Now on session, you can get off your board and run along and then chuck your board down and jump on it, and it gives you a little bit more speed. So that isn't an option on this game. Whoa, that wasn't correct. So yeah, that's not an option on this game at all, is it? You can't run along and jump on your board, but we are going to be able to get some off these curbs. They're a bit on the wrong side for me though, really. Let's go for a backside no slide then. That's going to be a little bit tricky. I wouldn't like to do this in real life. I'd be on my ass. Nah, didn't get it. Just a 50-50, if you don't mind. It was still a 5-0. Right, a 50-50 on Skate Axel is front foot up, back foot down, which would make sense, really. I mean, you don't really do anything on a 50-50, you just land. That's where both your wheels are grinding at the same time, but on this, oh, look at that rail. On this, that doesn't seem to be the case. Right, let's try something down here then. Have a little look in the menu in a bit and see if we can... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a crooked. But it was a Smith, but we messed it up. Can we get a blunt slide down here, do you think? Nope, we've got a 5-0. There we go. You can do power slides. That's a good thing. So a power slide, that was both sticks outward, like this. I wonder if both sticks inward would also do a power slide as well, like a backside one. So we've got a front side one. Is this a backside? Yes, it is. So we can do backside power slides as well. That's good. It's a lot better than doing this. Much better. Looks cool. Oh, don't! What'd you do that for, you idiot? Oh, that's satisfying. He tends to do reverts when you don't want him to. So revert is changing direction for non-skating people. Well, a revert. I'll do one. I'll tell you what. I'll do one. No, I won't. I'll do some crazy flip trick instead. I don't actually know how he did the revert, he just seemed to do it. Let's have a look at the menu. Settings, challenges, maps. All maps! Right, official maps. The Big Ramp, Downtown LA, California Skate Park, and West LA Courthouse. And then we've got community maps. Well, isn't that interesting? So we've got Street Scene, we've got Grant Park in Chicago, we've got Hoodland. Have we got a map maker? Can we build maps ourselves? And if we can, how do we do it? Oh, we've been in there. Character replay challenges. Basic, flips, advanced flips, grabs, we've got grabs. Okay, we have got grabs. Manuals, power slides, grinds, basic lines and advanced lines. Right, melon over the table. Right, so what's a grab then? What did you do? How did you grab? I'll try melon over the table. I don't know what the grab button is. It would help if I knew the grab button. I think it'll be this. No, it's not. Well, that's a 1 foot. How do I do? I don't know what the bloody grab button is. Oh, it's RB, LB. Okay, LB for a melon grab. Let's have a crack at that then. There we go. Melon over the table. Lovely. Let's try an indie then. Get out of the way, you. We're trying an indie. Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, he did. He come up and said indie, but he didn't get the grab, did he? Can you grab? Yeah, lovely. Melon grab? No, you missed it. That doesn't count, mate. You're not having that. Oh, I don't know what he did there. Oh, let's do a grab over the top of the this thing. There's a challenge. You have to do a big ollie, mate. Oh, you're not going to make that. Right, so what else do we have in the challenge menu? So flips, advanced, grabs, manuals, power slides, grinds, basic lines, advanced lines. I did think we'd got a create a park in this game. I really did, but we don't seem to have. It wasn't in here, was it? And we'll just get back into this. Press this button. Okay, so this is I've just pressed the I don't know what the button is. Select the 2 little squares button. And it's this, which is obviously video editing stuff. It looks nice, doesn't it? It looks, hello my skateboard, that's nice. It looks nicer than the Skater XL version of, not Skater XL, that's this game. It looks nicer than the session version of this ability. But, right, what else we got? Up does that, yeah we knew that. Left and right does those things, down does that. Pressing on your stick, what does that do? Anything? Pressing on the sticks. Thankfully that does nothing because I don't like them. Seems to be a bit forgiving with the tricks. Do you have to catch your trick? I'm not noticed. I don't think you do. Is every ollie the same? Can I do a slow flip and a fast flip, or do they all look the same? Right, let's see if it does a fast flip. Now let's see if it does a slow flip. They're all the same. Right, in session, if you flick the stick fast, you do a fast flip. In this, that doesn't look like it's an option in this, so they're all going to be the same. Yeah, it looks like the flips are all the same no matter what. So that possibly, I want to turn around. Fucking hell, just turn around. I want to skate regular, just turn the fuck around. It's very annoying to turn around. There he goes. Oh, bollocks, he fell off. Looked like his wheel was broken then, didn't it? That was a bit loose. So, I think we've exhausted everything. We haven't we? Yeah, I've pressed every button, I've done everything. There is not a create a park, which is a real shame, real shame. So, how, if it's not a create a park, where did these come from? The community maps, and how do we make one? Let's have a look at this. That's a nice rail there. Might have to have a bit of that. That little gap as well, the little bank to bank thing. In fact, there's a lot of grinds and slides, grinds and slides, not grinds and slides. There's a lot of opportunity to do tricks. Come on, 90%, give us the rest. Good lad. Let's have a look at it then. It's a bit foggy in here. So there's various different things you can do little grinds on depending on how good you are, how high you can ollie. That's what we were looking at, isn't it? Little kinked rail there. We'll take this little tiny curve here for now. I God's sake, can you not do a flip all the time? Can you just do a normal bloody ollie? I know it's my fault, like, but it's because you. Oh, it doesn't lock on very easily. It's because you got to pause a little bit. You got to do your ollie. I'll just do a manual on here. Oh, I missed it. You got to pause your ollie. Can we get a no slide? No, we've got a board slide. Whoa. Yeah, I don't like the way it pulls you all the way back here. You got to keep remembering it. If you're skating for a while and you don't fall off, you want to be thinking, oh, I need to put a marker down now. I mean, you can just pop one down though, wherever. Put one down here. I'll go back to it. It's very quick, the marker reload thing. What about this little planter thing? Well, it's not a planter, is it? I'll tell you what, I've got higher hopes for Session than this. I mean, Session's nowhere near ready, it's got a lot of problems, but there's a few things in that I kind of prefer to this. Let's have a little crack on that ledge. Whoops, pressing the wrong button. We'll go for this. Let's move the camera to this side. So, front side no slide. Did we get it? No, we didn't. We got a backside willy. That's not what we wanted. Nobody wants a willy in their backside. Oh, that's not right. Well, I suppose some people do. I tell you what, I'm slightly disappointed. I was so excited about this game, and it sort of slightly disappointed me. It just doesn't quite feel right. You don't feel like you are skateboarding. Now in Session, you actually do feel like you are skateboarding. In this, it doesn't. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Wow, big fat indie. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but it doesn't feel. I don't know. Some games just can't seem to nail that feeling of you having weight and you being on solid ground and that, and they just feel a little bit like you're a bit floaty or something. And I can't really understand why a game does or doesn't feel that way, or how you would fix it if you'd made the game. But this has got that problem. It doesn't feel like my skater, you know, weighs like 11 stone or whatever. I don't know. And it's not. I mean, the physics definitely aren't quite right, are they? And I keep going through things. My trucks are really bloody loose. Do you mind tightening those up a little bit? Your trucks don't wobble like that. Yeah, it's not quite right, guys. It really ain't quite right. I mean, it's very exciting because it's a skateboard game and all that. But, I mean, look at what just happened there. That was hideous. Watch this. We just go all over this and it does nothing. Well, I should have fallen off then. Should have skated all over this grass as well. Oh, look, grass sounds exactly the same as pavement. My wheels are making the noise of pavement. That's just Session is way ahead of this. It really is. Look at my wheels. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. What are you doing? I'm just rolling on big bloody rocks with my wheels embedded in them. Man, that is disappointing. We've waited 10 fucking years for this. What are you playing at? Sort yourself out. We'll do a 5-0. We'll flip out. Oops. Whoops a daisy. That was my fault. I pressed the wrong button there. I pressed accelerate, and apparently that's turn. You can get something on this ledge up here. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Fucking hell! I keep pressing the right trigger to go faster. That's like how you drive a car. It's not the way you skateboard. But that there as well, it does. When it falls off, it doesn't look right at all. All that. Why did he just turn around there? Man, it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse. Right, this should not be happening. Skateboarding through grass with the sound of pavement underneath my wheels. Are you having a laugh? So yeah, right. Let's sum up this game. There is no creator park, and I really thought there was going to be one, so that is disappointing. You can do this and pretend you're at the beginning of a James Bond movie. That's good. Right, it doesn't look current gen. It looks a little bit next gen. Like the graphics ain't nice. There's no. I mean, this is a user generated created part, isn't it? But you know, even on the main ones, it don't look polished. I'll go downtown LA and see what that looks like. But yeah, it doesn't look like a very polished game. There's not reflections on surfaces. I mean, there is on this bus and these skyscrapers, but it's like it didn't look like right. Like the pavement and everything doesn't look right. The sound of your wheels when you skateboard over the grass like it's not there is absolutely ridiculous. That is completely unacceptable. It's like that cannot be difficult. I'm rolling on a skateboard with my wheels buried in the ground over pebbles. That's just terrible. Yeah, the lighting's not very good. The actual physics are not that great either. You know, especially when you fall off. When you fall off, that looks pretty poor. But yeah, it just looks like something from like an Xbox 360, doesn't it? It really. I mean, if we load up Skate 3, which is an Xbox 360 game, it looks better than this. That's really not a good thing. I mean, obviously, that's made by EA and they've got a shitload of money because they've been doing microtransactions for 1,000 years, so they've got a massive kitty that they can afford to you know, spend a bit of money on someone who's good at doing graphics. Whereas these guys, whoever makes this game, it's more of an independent thing, isn't it? So, you know, hats off to them for what they've done, but it is a little bit disappointing because we've been waiting for a long time. But hopefully, a lot of people will buy this game. You know, the studio will make some money and they'll improve and they'll be able to afford, you know, better things for Skater XL 2. That's what we hope, because this is obviously their first crack at it. But yeah, I was every day for a really long time. I've been going into the coming soon on the shop, waiting for this to appear so I could pre-order it, but it never did. And I tell you, if this had been on pre-order 6 months ago, I'd have bought it, and that would have put a load of money in a kitty for these guys to do a little bit of polish before the release date. But they didn't do that. It's not appeared in the store until today on actual release day, so they haven't been making any money out of this for all that time. And then today, of course, with people buying it, the money starts coming in, but now the product is done and it's out. They can't say, well, I suppose they can with an update, but if they'd have done pre-orders, you know, like a while ago, they would have been able to say, well, that's terrible the way he does that. I want to go down the hill. I'm turning round so I can go down the hill, and my skater is automatically turning to face up the hill. That's not correct. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, there are a few things. Whoa, what was that? I definitely would have fallen off there. They're only little things. It's still a skateboarding game. They are only little things, but Session trumps this a long way, as long as they fix the glaring errors that it has. I mean, look at that. See that transition on that road there? That's like a bank to bank. Roads ain't like this. You don't just have a sudden... That's not right, man. Just put a curve in there. Surely you can afford a curve. Whoa! I like that a lot. I wonder if I can do Caspers or dark slides. Can I do a dark slide? Right, you can do like an underflip on Session. If you do a flip, it's not an underflip. It's a kick flip, heel flip really quickly, but it looks like an underflip. But on this, let's see if we can. We'll try and do a kick flip, heel flip and see what happens. Oh fucking hell! I'm going the wrong pissing way. Right, so that's. Hang on. Oh, for God's sake, now I'm pushing Mongo. Will you behave? Right, I want to turn around, but it's easier said than done. Okay, I've turned around, that's good. Now I'm going regular again. Right, so I'm going to try and do a kick flip. A kick flip, heel flip, but it wants to look like an underflip. No, you can't. You can't do late tricks. So, flip. No late tricks? Are you having a laugh? Oh man, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. Oh God, I'm pushing Mongo again. Right, See, this is frustrating as well. I want to go backwards from where I am at the minute. So I'm going to rotate my board on my back foot like this and then go down the hill. But no, I'm pointing back up the hill again. All I've done is switched. So now I'm just skating goofy. And now I'm skating regular pointing up the hill. Now I'm skating goofy and pointing up the hill. I don't want that to happen. Why did that? What made them make that decision? That's an insane decision. I wonder if there's a setting. There's quite a lot of settings on Session where you can change stuff like that, which I really did appreciate actually. But it didn't look like there is on here. I wasn't ready to finish that manual. I was balancing nicely. Why did you finish the manual? Ooh, frame rate issues as well. Caught that a bit late. Let's try tray flip. No. Maybe not. Let me think. No. Bugger it. There you go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, how disappointing, man. How disappointing. So long I've waited for this game. So long. But unfortunately it's not as good as I thought. It still feels like it's in development. It really does. It feels like look at the graphics. Absolutely look like a 360 or an Xbox, not an Xbox, a PlayStation, whatever number it used to be. What are they now? It's 4 now, isn't it? So PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360. That's what these graphics look like the town, everything behind me. It's like there's no reflections on surfaces and things like that, and things just look a little bit shitty detail. There's not curves where there should be curves. There's too many angles and straight lines. It's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, and who knows how much money they had to make this game. But guys, what you should have done is done those bloody pre-orders a long time ago. You would have got my money for sure, and probably every skateboarder that plays any video game that's been waiting for 10 years for something. They'd given you their money. Absolutely they would. You know, a year ago, 6 months ago or a year ago, you could have had a shitload of cash and you could have said, right, let's polish that game and make it fucking awesome. That is what they should have done. And you also should have released, like a preview and got feedback from people, because there's a few things on here that are really not what we want. I definitely don't want my skater to keep switching from regular to goofy when I'm trying to rotate my board. That's not a good thing. It really isn't a good thing. I'll miss that. And this also a really bad thing is that what I said before. Wow, I've just invented a new skateboard trick where you just do whatever you feel like. The other thing as well, the falling off, pressing the button to get off the ground and appearing back at the spawn point that you last set, that's just absolutely wrong. Why did you do that? That's insane. If I fall off, I want to get up where I was. If I put down a spawn point, there's a button to go back to the spawn point. If I want to go back to it, I'll press that button. I don't want to just teleport back to it randomly every time I make a little mistake. That will be very frustrating when you've been skating for a long time and you suddenly find, like a nice ledge, and you're like, oh yeah, this ledge is awesome. You forget to put a respawn point down, and the first time you do a trick on it, you slam, and you're like, holy fuck, I've just teleported all the way back across the other side of the map, which in some cases might actually cause a loading screen, maybe. That's a very wrong decision, a very wrong decision. I don't want to go all the way back down there now, so I've got to put a bloody a fast travel point down. You're going to be doing this all the time. Just putting down oh bloody hell, I'm in fucking the wrong stance again. There we go. I haven't watched anybody else's reviews of this game at all. I don't know what other people... Look at this, I'm going to teleport backwards. It's a good job I put that thing down so I'd be all the way back at that little rail. I like this. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. But it what the problem with this over what Session does is I cannot run and jump on my board, and you can do that in Session, and that is really bloody useful. In Session as well, you can keep thumping the button and you sprint and jump on your board, which is incredibly useful when you ain't got enough room to get up speed. You can't do that on this. There's no, you just, wherever you press the button, you are standing on your board, and you've got a bloody kick, and you're probably going to use the wrong foot as well. So yeah, I do like that. I like this. I think that's a really good way of getting around the map. It's so quick, and the ability to zoom out as well. It's very handy for getting around the map quickly. I mean, on Session you've just got to skateboard to where you want to go, or you've got to pick your board up and run there. So this is much faster. But we want that run and jump on the board. That's so good. It's so good. And do we have a fast push? I'm not pushing with that foot. Turn the foot round. Oh, it's so hard to make him turn round. There we go. Right, so on Session you can push normal speed, or if you keep pushing the button fast, you can push really quickly. There's no difference here. I've got one speed of pushing, and it seems like after maybe 2 pushes you're already at full speed. Let's slow down and see. We'll go back up here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. It also does that little glitch that Session does as well, where your foot sort of like doesn't go back on your board quite correctly. It glitches out a bit. You go for another half a kick, then you put your foot back. That's not correct. But there is a way to correct that on Session if you take your foot, you stop pushing at the right time, and I'm sure it's the same on here as well. Let's try and get just an ollie and an indie grab. No trick. Oh, fucking hell, did he shove it? You won't go for the grab. Hey, hang up. You can ollie on this with just the right stick. I'm pulling back on the right stick, letting it go, and it does an ollie. No front foot. No front foot at all. Now with front foot, that's my ollie. With no front foot, pretty much the same. That's not correct. Just banging down your back foot would not do an ollie. You've got to use your front foot as well, so it's not the same as Session in that respect at all. So this is doing shove-its with, we used to call these shove-its and push-its, but they don't do that, do they? They call them just like front side or back side shove-its and whatever, there's the staples. But yeah, we called that a shove-it and that a push-it. I don't think anyone else does that. I don't know whether that was just a local thing or what. But yeah, that was a push-it in my day, and that was a shove-it. Maybe it was just me and my mates that had no idea what the trick was properly called. But yeah, there's no fast push, and you don't have to. You can ollie without using your front leg. Now that's actually quite interesting, because that means that it's easy to do an ollie without doing a flip if you're trying to get onto a rail or something. So let's have a little crack at that. We'll try and do this rail down here, but we won't do our front foot on the ollie, which I was doing before because I assumed that I needed it. I'm sure we'll be fine on these grids. I was fine skateboarding over grass. So I'll just do a back foot ollie. Oh, it was a bloody big ollie. Oh fuck, I've pressed the wrong thing and accidentally put... we're alright. So just a back foot ollie, and then I'll position myself to maybe do a backside no slide down here. No, missed it. Right, it just feels wrong. It feels wrong. It really does. Just doing that for an ollie, or obviously you can do shove-its and ollies doing that, but not anything that requires a flip. You can't do an ollie just with your back foot. That's just stupid. I'm lining myself up very badly. I think you need to ollie a lot sooner than you think. No, I accidentally did a heel flip there. Way too far away from the ledge. Let's try a tail slide down here. We'll try a front side tail slide down this thing. I'm not in the right place. Ah, bollocks. grinds are easier. Or we can do a blunt slide. Oh, I felt. Did you see my front foot come off there? So you can do one-footed things. I felt like I was in a good position for a blunt slide, but I didn't do it properly. I'll tell you what, guys. I definitely think out of the two, Session has got this beat in so many ways. It really, really has. There are so many things on Session already, even though it's only in a preview, that are working better than this. Absolutely there are. And this is a final product, and that is still got a little bit more spit and polish to go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. That is a floating bollard. I'm being a bit nitpicky here, but oh, and it's a magic bollard. My skateboard can go under it and my feet can go over it. Watch this, watch this. Oh, I bumped into it that time. I can sort of go over a bit of it. It's the middle bit I can't go over. Ouch. That's not right. That is not right. Now, right, front stick. You can't flip out with your front stick. I should be able to. And also, I can't go into a manual or a nose wheelie without ollieing first. In real life, you can do that. Just pick the front of your board up. That just pulling your back stick halfway down or pushing your front stick halfway forward. Oh, it does. There we go. It does. So you can go into a nose manual by just gently pushing on the stick. And what about manual then? Just gently pull it back. Doesn't seem to work for the manual. There we go. It's working now. That's a bit weird. Oh, I'll tell you why it weren't working, because he'd switched over, hadn't he? And I was pulling my back foot down, and that wasn't his back foot, because he'd turned himself, he'd done a bloody another revert again. He turned himself around when I didn't ask him to. He's done it again now. That's frustrating. He turns himself around far too much when that shouldn't be happening. The customization of the controls on Session were incredible as well. You can actually turn reverts off, or you can have automatic revert when you land. There are a lot of options available in there that alter the way your skateboard reacts in different situations, which I thought was really good. You could just completely turn reverts off, which I sort of liked. You can accidentally do reverts on there, that was the problem, but the ability to change the way you have to move your sticks to control the board is just phenomenal on Session. It's like you can say, flip my board fast if I move my stick fast, or whether I move my stick over a greater distance, and things like that. So you can change the way it responds. And by tweaking those settings to suit you, it actually really does feel like you're on a skateboard. It really does. They've done such a good job of making that game feel like you are doing things that you would do with your feet, but you're doing it with your thumbs on thumbsticks. Now this is not the same. It's the same basic idea, as in, you know, one stick is one foot, one stick's another foot, but it doesn't have that solid feel to it that you're doing something. It almost feels like press, you know, X to do a kickflip, press B to do a heel flip. That's how it feels, but you're pushing sticks. Whereas on Session, it feels like you're moving your feet, simply because the speed that you do it, the amount that you do it, all of that has an impact on the type of flip you do. And also on Session, you can turn on manual catch, so you've got to catch the board yourself as well, which makes it really bloody hard. It's much more difficult, but that you've got to do that in real life, and that's quite good. On here, every single flip I do looks exactly the same. It's like, was that a little bit fast? I'll do a really slow one. Oh, that's almost like an underflip. Hang on then. I didn't get it. Oh, I thought he was going to do it then. That's almost an underflip, isn't it? We saw the bottom of the board, so just tilt it a little bit. Let's try and do a kickflip late shove it. So I'm going to do it. Oh, fucking hell, it's turned round. Oh, God, I hate it when you do this. That is really frustrating. I never, ever, ever want him to do that. Ever. I can't get him to turn back. It's so hard to get him to turn back. I will never want you to do this. Oh, thank God for that. Thank you, little tiny hill. Right, so we're going to go kick flip and we'll try and do a late shove it afterwards. I don't think you can do it. Okay, we'll try a shove it late flip because he can do the shove it on the way up, can't he? You can't do late tricks, you just can't. Apart from that sort of like under flip that was a bit of a fluke, I think. Nah, it's not part of the game, is it? So I'll try and do a fast flip. It is faster, it's just there's not much in it. It's like a really slow one. Oh, if you go really slow, it doesn't flip, and he pushes it back, so it is like an underflip. But so yeah, it does flip, different speed depending on how you move it, but it's definitely not as pronounced as session. Let's try it with a heel flip. Yeah, much faster. So a really slow shove it or a really fast one. And how do we do 360 shove it's? Have we got to wind ourselves up first of all, or what? How does that work? Or maybe we just spin all the way around. Ah, there we go. So we've got 360 shove it. So for a 360 shove it, you just spin the stick all the way around instead of like around the bottom. So around the bottom is just to shove it, but all the way around. Yeah, look, backside and front side. So we've got a backside shove it or a front side shove it. Now, all of my friends skateboarding called this a shove it. Whoops, not that. That's nothing. We called that a shove it, and we called that a push it. Always. Isn't that weird? It must be like a cultural thing or just a local thing. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know if you called them push its. Alright, it's making me want to play session because I know that it's better. It's just better, it really is. From a skateboarder's point of view, session feels more like skateboarding. It really does. I don't know whether the guys at Skater X out. Look at this. That shouldn't happen. He shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be switching foot like that unless I press a button to switch him. That's just bad. It makes it really, really hard to get yourself back the way you want to go. Oh, for God's sake. And he shouldn't flip. He shouldn't do an ollie unless I use my front foot. That just feels completely wrong. You pull your back foot down, let it go, and you do an ollie. You should have to use your front foot. Another thing that session allows you to do, if you want to do it, I don't want to do it, but it's certainly there for people, you can change your controls to legacy controls, which they call it legacy, but it's skate. So you've got your flips just on one stick. Your left stick becomes your steering, and your right stick becomes just all everything. Your flips, exactly like skate. So that is an option for you on session. Oh, that's it. I think we've exhausted this. And I am quite disappointed. There's quite a lot of things in here that I feel they're not right. I mean, the graphics, look at the background, look at those buildings. Look at that bloody bollard floating in the air. My jeans look good. I like how we've got a nice selection of licensed decks and wheels and clothes. That is a good thing. I like that quite a lot. The characters, I've never heard of these people. Tom Astor, that rings a bell, but the others, I've never heard of them. But obviously they're from a different era to me, aren't they? I wonder how accurate they are. How much does this look like this dude? You don't have many options on him, do you? I'm sure he's got more clothes than this. We don't have to go with his sponsor, do we? Do you only have cargo pants in your wardrobe? I'm not very keen on your only choice of and also doesn't have a great deal. Oh, he's got stickers on his deck. That's nice. Let's go for this. Hey, it come back in pretty quick, didn't it? I was waiting for it to load and it didn't need to load, it was just back on. It's got, this dude looks different. I don't know whether they've like motion captured his style or something, but he looks like he's actually skating differently. Look how he's holding his legs out the way and stuff. It's different, definitely. I wonder if they did mocap each individual skater. Hang on, he's much faster as well. What the fuck's this all about? God, don't pick the default skater, they're rubbish. Pick this dude, he's much better. Let's try one of the other ones and see whether they seem a little bit different. Because that is definitely slightly different. I don't know any of these people. I'm going to go for this dude. Right. That'll do ya. You'll be wearing those. I'm not very keen on your trainers. Oh, you're having that. You can have this. Can I rotate the board? There we go. Oh, it's trucks. What are those? Wheels. Alright, let's see what this dude's like then, see if he feels a bit different. Oh god, does he really push like that in real life? I bet he don't. This dude doesn't feel, I don't like this this dude, doesn't feel very nice. That Tom Astor felt really really fast and crisp. This doesn't, this feels a bit, I mean I'm bloody missing my tricks all the time. What's wrong with this fella? Oh, I'll tell you what, it's because he's bloody goofy, ain't he? That's why. For fuck's sake, he's a goofy skater. Come on in. Right, so I'm using my back foot. Ah, for fuck's sake. Right, he's annoying. I assume he is a goofy skater then, I'm not really sure. What's going on now? Where's everyone disappeared to? Where's the dudes? Oh, I used to wear DC shoes. More often the Vans though. I did used to wear DC when I first started, well not when I first started skating, they weren't available. I used to just wear Chuck Taylors. We've got to have the Spitfires, haven't we? They're so nice. Yeah, same with this dude. I was doing the I can't be doing the skate that's goofy. Does my head in a right treat. There we go. It's not right though. It's got to be a regular skater. That's not right. It's just not. It just doesn't work. So it's got to be Tom then. Oh, that's better. Back to sanity. Oh my goodness me. How do people skate like that? That's so much better. I don't know. It seems to be a bit quicker than the just the default one. I don't know whether that's just like an illusion or something. You're gonna crash, you're gonna crash. It's okay, I'll save you. Radio career. Anything interesting to skate? Well, I'll tell you what guys, as you've probably noticed, I'm a little bit disappointed in this. And I'll see if you can do a big fat grab off here. At least it makes a different noise. Oh shit. Ow! Oh, I think he broke his knee. Don't do an ollie. All I did is pull backwards on the stick. I am preparing for an ollie. You don't have to actually do one yet. Don't do anything. Flip. Oh, that looks so shit. I get an achievement for doing a trick that looked fucking awful. 5 meters? Are you having a laugh? Do you know how big a meter is? That's not 5 metres. Oh, I don't know, I'm on the back bit, and I'll buy the colour. Oh, fuck, I've put down what? I didn't put down a marker here. What's this for? My marker was up the top. I can't get up the top now. There we go. I don't think that's 5 metres, do you? I don't think that's 5 metres at all. That's horrible. That's terrible graphics there. Look at the alloys on that taxi. Man, I'm being a bit harsh. I feel really guilty because it's not like a AAA studio or anything, is it? It's just some dudes that are skaters that have made a game for skater people like me. I bet that hurt. So yeah, I feel quite guilty by giving it a bad review. I mean, Session's just some dudes that are skaters that have made a game for other skaters like me. But they did a better job of it. That building's flipping out. So disappointing, so disappointing. So there we go, guys, that is Skater XL. I was planning on doing a shed load of videos on this, but I probably ain't gonna. I probably won't even play this game again because I'll always be thinking, well, I'll play Session instead. It's better. It just is better. And it's not even finished. I mean, it's got some problems, and I've been putting off playing it. Over this past week or two, I knew that this game was coming, so I was thinking, no, I'll put Session on hold because Skater XL is coming, and that will be actually finished, and it'll be polished, and everything will be right. Whereas on Session, there are a couple of things that are wrong. But the experience of playing Session when there are things broken and it ain't ready yet is a more satisfying experience and a more pleasurable experience than playing this. And it looks better. It looks better. So there we go. A lot more customizability as well, and it forces you to use both sticks to do an ollie, whereas this doesn't. It just lets you use your back foot. Where's that come from? You can't do an ollie with your back foot. You've got to use your front foot and all. But a real shame there. Very, very disappointing because I expected it to be a lot better. It needs no more work, and I have said it a couple of times already, but I reckon what they should have done is they should have released it on preview or pre-order like months ago, 6 months ago. They would have had more money straight away, and then they could have had a little bit more, cash in the bank to splash out on a few things which obviously they've not done because I'm assuming they just couldn't afford it. That's what they should have done. A little bit more money goes a long way. A little bit of polish, it would have made such a difference. But as it stands, it's a bit disappointing. But skaters are going to buy it. I don't think any skateboarder, no matter how bad the reviews are or how shit it looks on YouTube, every skateboarder is going to buy it. And that means that the company's going to make some money. That means they will start developing Skater XL 2, and Skater XL 2 will be better than 1, and will go upwards and onwards. So I do have positive expectations for the future, and I hope they listen to people when people say, stop fucking making my skater skate goofy. Just stop it. It's annoying. If I want him to do that, I will press a button that causes that to happen. And for God's sake, stop teleporting me miles across the map just because I've fallen off and I forgot to put a bloody, spawn down. We've got a button that takes us back to the spawn point. If I fall off, just let me stand up where I am and carry on with stand up just before the obstacle or just after the obstacle. Session does it, so these guys should do it as well. But yeah, there's a few things missing. Running and jumping on your board would be nice, but you cannot get off your board on this game, so that's not an option. And what's the deal with no Creator Park? I really thought this had Creator Park, but it hasn't. So no Creator Park. Let's have a little crack on the big ramp, shall we? I think the big ramps never appealed to me really. You're never going to do this shit in real life, are you? It's like, I think the idea of a skateboard game, when we went from Tony Hawk's to Skate, it was like, oh my god, it's like real life. I'm doing actual tricks I can do in real life, and I'm falling off trying to do tricks that are difficult in real life. That's a good thing. But Tony Hawk's like, oh, I've just done 1,000,000 somersaults, which is just stupid. I know there are people that can do this shit in real life, but I prefer it to be like I am. Oh my goodness me. Is this a roll in? Yeah, it is. That's good news. Oh, no. Well, that's not the trick I did. Let's try that again. Can I do just a grind on here? No, I've got no choice. I have to do... Oh, I can, but from a really weird angle. This is just not right. What's wrong with your physics engine? That's not the way that would have happened at all. I'm not going to do anything but grab. Oh, no. No. That looked good. You can't pump either. Well, I'm assuming you can't. And I was thinking that on session as well. It's like you can't work yourself up on a ramp. It's like on a ramp you'd pump, like pump your legs like you do on a swing. You don't sort of like go on the flat base in the middle and kick. You sort of like just throw your skateboard on this bit and then you pump yourself. Oh, he did. Oh, you can sort of pump then maybe. Is he doing it automatically or did I do it? He's definitely pumping because he's getting higher. So I'm not sure if I'm doing that or he's doing that. Let's just drop in. Sort of roll in a really spazzy way. That was not correct. Oh, we want to slow down here and see whether or not we are pumping or whether he's pumping. I think he might be just doing it automatically. I'm not touching the controller. He is. He's sort of automatically pumping. But I seem to be able to help it. Yeah, I can definitely help it. Oh, little rock and roll. Oh, no, maybe not. We'll just ollie in. You can't drop in either, which is a real shame. Oh, Christ. See, on Tony Hawk's games, there was a button for just dropping in or stuff like that. There's a button for doing a blunt and things. And they take your feet and put them on sticks. And then you can't do things where it was just a case of, I want to drop in on this ramp, what's the button that does that? Oh, I thought I was going to get a double flip out of that. Can we get a double flip, double kick flip? No. Check me out, motherfuckers. I don't know how many... oh, I've vanished. Am I going to come back? No, I am. It just doesn't feel right. The physics are not correct. They're really not. This game is not ready. It's just not ready by a real long way. I think that Session is more ready than this, and that has not been released yet. It's still nice to skateboard though, it really is. Right, I'm done guys. As you can see, I'm not very impressed. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this. I'll give it 8 out of 10 because it's like a small studio, a bunch of skateboarders making a game for some very frustrated skateboarders that want to play a skateboard game. I think it's a small studio, I don't know, I don't even know who made it. Right, I'll give it about a 3 or a 4 out of 10 on the actual game itself. It's a skateboard game, that gives it a couple of points already. God, Pixel skateboarders and that Tony Bird, whatever it was, they get points just for being skateboard games, but they haven't done a very good job. And I'm thoroughly disappointed. So there you go. That's my first look, and possibly last look at Skater XL. Because there's no point in playing this game when you can just go and play Session instead, even though it's in preview. Session is better, much better, because it feels like you're on a skateboard. This don't feel like you're on a skateboard, and that I imagine that's a really, really hard thing to do on a game, but there you go. Right, leave comments, let me know what you think. What do you think is good? What do you think is bad? If you've played it, how did it feel? What do you think is wrong? For me, the real big points that are wrong is resetting my skater at the spawn point when I fall off. That's very annoying. And constantly switching me to Goofy. That's bloody annoying as fuck. That's so annoying. There's a few things that I really wish they would change. What do you like? What don't you like? Yeah, leave some comments, let me know what you think. I mean, hopefully they will make a better Skater XL2, but when a game has only just come out, it's not right to do a review on it and then think, oh, it's not very good, but I'm looking forward to the second one, which is probably in about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't feel ready at all. and it doesn't feel like they spent enough money on things like the graphics. So yeah, I wish they'd have just took my money 6 months ago and spent that money making the game better before they allowed me to play it. That's what I wish they'd done. But apart from that, I am disappointed. See you next time, guys. Take care. Bye bye.